Now, Ireland's largest employer group has written a letter to the government today calling for staff to be brought back to the office over the next few weeks and for the experience economy to be fully reopened no later than mid-September. Danny McCoy, CEO of IBEC, joins us now on Newstalk Breakfast. Good morning, Danny. When do you want the phased return to the office to start and actually be completed by?
Good morning, Mark. So given where we are with the vaccination levels, high levels, and conscious of Delta providing a new challenge, it would seem reasonable to be starting that gradual return in early to mid-September. And the completion part really is in the letter is that should be at the autonomy of the individual businesses. Not all businesses are ever going to go back to the same model of 100% of the staff in for 5 days a week. The people will be blended in the working environments, remote working. But in order to start to allow people to make the decisions at the appropriate level, the letter is really calling for businesses to be given much more autonomy now on this occasion to try and do what's best for their employees.
Okay, Danny, can I stop you there? Can I stop you there right now? And the reason I'm doing this is not to cut across you, but the word, you've used it twice already, and I've read the letter, and actually it crops up, I think, is it 3 times there? And let me quote, it is time for the greater personal responsibility for individuals and autonomy for businesses in their office operations, and this should form the core of the approach in the next phase. And again, specifically, it must provide the autonomy for all businesses to reopen fully in a safe and phased way. Now, as you know, Leo Varadkar has said the government is going to pass a law this year that's going to give employees the right to request remote working conditions. Is IBEC firing a shot across the government's bows that you don't want any new employment laws in this area?
Now, look, there's plenty of employment laws and there's plenty
But you don't want any more?
Health and No, the remote working context is going to occur, and what is being proposed by the government is a right to request. That request goes back to that aspect of autonomy, the business decide. Is it appropriate for the business? Can they facilitate workers with remote working? Not all businesses will. Lots of businesses could potentially go full remote working. But there has to be individual circumstances of the business taken into account. And that's what the letter is saying. Coming out of COVID, it's time now to put the decision-making at the heart of not just the personal responsibility of people in their households or day-to-day life, but in the context of the workplace. That autonomy, that decision-making about when to bring people back, how to bring them back safely, needs now to be handed back to the businesses as opposed to the government making the decision.
All right, Danny, very quickly, 30 seconds. Do you want to see all the end of all restrictions by mid-September?
No, I don't think that would be appropriate. I think we need to make sure we get fully through the vaccination, whatever boosters are needed. It will be a blended phase, gradual return, but we need to start now.
Okay, Danny McCoy, CEO of IBEC. Thank you for joining us on Newstalk Breakfast.